alignment is what first sets up your foundation. So if your alignment is wrong, your weight distribution is off, your body is not balanced properly, then it's going to affect your movement. It's not just with the Mudgar or the Gada, whether you go to conventional weightlifting setup, right? Bench press, squat, deadlift, everything starts with the alignment. So for instance, if I'm going to get into a swing or something, I'm standing like this. My base is weak. I cannot strengthen myself from here. You have to actively, before you begin, get into the proper position. Now, what exactly do I mean by proper position? So for most of the movements like overheads, single hand, double hand, rotational stuff, unless specified, you're going to maintain a neutral shoulder gap stance, right? And we are always looking at the feet pointing forward. Now some people say my feet naturally go out. That's fine, let it naturally go out, but when you're working out, I want it straight. Now, one simple thing that you can practice by yourself is turn your foot out and now try rotating sideways. Right? You'll see that there's a lot of load happening around your knees here. Now imagine doing that with the weight. If you're doing a movement like Ardh Vrit where your body is rotating sideways, now if your foot is turned out, now you're loading that knee with the extra weight. So that's not a good place to be at. Sure. Now it might not do anything to you in 1 or 2 sessions, but if you continue to do that for a prolonged period of time, you're going to end up with some sort of injury. Sorry. So first thing, it's going to affect how you balance, your mobility to turn around, get that range of motion. And again, it's going to, if you keep your stance proper, it's going to ensure that you're not causing unnecessary load at unnecessary places. And anything else that you want to add in terms of the gripping and all that?
To avoid injuries, to make sure like we avoid injuries, the force distribution, like how you manage the load. Right? Just to add on to what you said about Ardh Vrit, so the weight's traveling on one side, the way you counter it from the other side is where this whole format relies on. How we manage force, how we distribute it across our body. And same goes with like breaches, like why do we have to have a wide stance? Why we face the foot outwards where the side is reaching? Same point as you said, like imagine someone doing this with foot facing forward instead of side. Correct. Imagine shifting weight that I'm already feeling, just to show this, I'm already feeling a little more, really not in a pleasant way. So facing foot forward, facing foot outwards where you sort of drive the weight out explosively, making sure we don't get injured. It's about like how we distribute the force. I guess it applies to all kind of movement as well. There's nothing that like you can. So tell me the difference. Like if someone wants to, there's common questions that we asked. Is it hip width? Is it narrow? Is it wide? Like what? How do we define hip width or shoulder width or wide? Like what is? I think we addressed this a little bit. So for them, for someone who's watching this, like if they wanted to by themselves sort of explore this, what's the rule of thumb?
So see, ideally when you're doing most of your swings or overhead movements, rotational movements, which is oriented towards the upper body, your stance is going to be shoulder wide. Okay, so not wider, not lesser, shoulder wide. Okay, now I'm just giving you a template. Now again, it's very varying depending on the movement, but if I were to kind of simplify, like now when I say overhead movements, you know, it's your things like your Parikramas, you know, your double hands, your Ardh Vrit, all these things which I categorize as upper body from the torso up, and these are going to be at your shoulder wide stance. Now in our system, we start going wider than shoulder mostly when we are shifting the exercise to a low body movement. So when you go for something like slingers, now it's 1 step wider than your shoulder. We go something like Gada Drops, it's double your shoulder. You know, so it depends on the movement, but to keep it simple, I would say upper body strength movements, 99% of the time you're going to be in a position where it's shoulder wide. So I would say look at the description of the exercise. What is that exercise meant for? Now when we do tutorials, we specify. Like if you're doing a breacher tutorials, it will be specified. You know, you obviously have to go wider than your shoulder. So where the exercise is targeting what muscle group, based upon that, the stance changes. So in general, like basic warm-up swings, overheads, like I said, it's all going to be shoulder wide. Feet pointing forward always, that's the key. If there is any situation where the feet needs to turn out, we do specify that. Like in breaches has to be out. So it will be specified. So if it doesn't specifically say turn the foot out or turn the leg out, it's going to be always feet facing forward. Now, same thing I would say with the arm position, why we specify so much on the neutral. Now, this is the most economical way to control the weight. The moment you start going up here, there's a lot of load on your elbows, okay? Now, a lot of people, they swing, they finish here. They swing, they finish here. Now, imagine accumulating a lot of reps in that position. Over a period of time, you're going to strain the elbows. So, tuck it in to that neutral position. Like we said, the stance for the lower body, this is like the stance for your starting and your finishing. Same thing applies for double hand, right? Also helps you accelerate and then finish the movement on the same spot.
Right, just to address on that, accelerate, decelerate, like when you pause, when you get to neutral, there's already an emphasis on this. We're not just swinging and rushing towards the reps, we're not chasing reps here. Each part of your move, it's part of how your body receives the whole swing. Cutting that momentum in the neutral is part of your workout too.
Right.
Yeah, just not to get injured, it helps with your progression as well. When you go heavier, when you lift heavier and hold, it's not only your shoulders taking most of the weight. The force starts from ground up. We set ourselves in the right position, tuck in the glutes, everything is braced up from ground up. The movement feels a little more easier, movement feels a little more controlled instead of taking loads in very specific spots that like we start getting injured.
Yeah, so that's the key thing. With every movement, be precise with your stance. From your alignment is very important. That will make or break your practice, right? And if you're looking at longevity of training, you know, being injury-free and training for the rest of your life, you just have to follow these things. They're pretty simple. It's, you know, it's just a simple thing. You just add it into your attention before you start and when you finish, and that will help you improve your practice.
That's very important. The attention, what he meant by that is not to just pick up the weight and swing. Although we all assume that it's an upper body workout, the myth that it's just only from here building your shoulders, everything starts from ground up. That's when you start to notice stands are very important, setups important, the way you step, the way you move is very important. Anything else?
I would just say I'll finish with a simple analogy. For example, if you're trying to throw a ball, you know, you will have a certain position where your alignment allows you to throw better. Imagine if I try to stay very short, and if I don't extend my arm, then the throw is gone. So alignment changes everything. Your practice is built out of that alignment, so it's as important as the movement itself. So do not, you know, skip out on these things, and you'll go a long way. I think that's it for now.
We'll
see you on the next one. All right.